It is the end of day 7 of rebuilding the Polyhouse. So today we worked on the front face here, getting this front panel ready for plastic. So making sure it's flat and square. We added a piece here down the side. We're going to put a piece across the bottom, up the door frame here, box it in at the top so the sheet of plastic can go on there. It's nice and flat and square. So we had to figure that all out, how we were going to do it, and we got it all figured out. And then we had to get a bit more wood to do this other side here. So we went to the hardware store, got some hardware, 2 more pieces of wood, and started putting it in place. And then it clouded over and we had a really good thunderstorm. And the thunderstorm was supposed to last a couple hours, but it kind of blew in quickly, and there was even a tornado warning. So it got kind of looking pretty bad for a while, and then suddenly it kind of blew over and cleared up, and now it's sunny again towards the end of the evening. So yeah, so there's not a whole lot of changes today, but it's coming along really nicely. The project is kind of, well, it started out as putting a simple slope roof on the Polyhouse, and it turned into a bigger project. But the Polyhouse is just going to be awesome when it's done. All the plastic panels will fit flat and flush. 1 piece for the roof and the sides. We're going to use the clips. There's spring clips from the big greenhouse we bought that will tension the roof and hold it in place. So we have to put all that on. Yeah, it's kind of escalated, but it's going to be really awesome when it's done. It's going to be really nice. Yeah, so that is the end of day 7. It was kind of another day of planning to get all that front figured out, and that's halfway done. And yeah, then I want to paint it all because it's fairly high humidity in the Polyhouse. Last time I painted it all with silver paint, and that seemed to last really good. It protected all the wood from the moisture. So I'll do the same. So I don't think we'll get it finished by the time Nathan leaves. He's here to the weekend and the next weekend, and the Toronto show is that weekend, so he's staying for the Saturday of the Toronto show, and then the Sunday he's going to pack up, and then his flight leaves early Monday morning back home. Yeah, so it's been fantastic having Nathan here, helping me out with everything. Yeah, it's been really nice. And the Polyhouse is looking really good. It's going to be fantastic. Yeah, so that's the end of day 7. And I'll show you a few updates to the trees. They're starting to grow pretty good in the greenhouse. Let's go in there and have a look. So in the greenhouse here, the baobab trees are leafing out really nicely. I think I've watered them 3 times now. So they're doing really well. The lemon trees are starting to grow. My willow, I pruned that up and it's starting to get all kinds of new shoots on it. The olive tree here is growing really well. The crepe myrtle is growing like crazy. That's it here. Yeah, it's going to be a good looking tree, I think, by the end of the year, that's for sure. Behind that is another lemon tree, and it's looking really good, leafing out really nicely. The crown of thorns here is starting to get new growth on the top. Yeah, all the jades are doing well. Carp oak trees are doing well. Yeah, everything's greening up and growing. It's been pretty cold outside. So the outdoor trees, we had a warm spell. They all started leafing out, and then we got cold weather and they're kind of gone a bit dormant. The growth has stopped. The sarissa is starting to grow in nicely. There's growth on the very top here. It's starting to fill out. The edges are coming in really strongly. And the reason is that as I grew out the canopy, the longer branches, the more horizontal one reaches to the outside of the canopy, so they're thicker and stronger. And because I've been pruning the height, keeping it shorter here than the width, the top branches are a little weaker, so I'm going to let those grow out this year, thickening up the vertical shoots and kind of balancing the vigor better on the tree. So that's the plan for that. The wisteria is growing. Let me step back here. It's growing like crazy. It's like going up to the roof and out in the aisleways here. It's just really taken off. It's amazing the growth on it. In this corner, my Burt Davii ficus is leafing out now. It's looking good. All the branches are starting to get buds all over them and leafing out. Don Redwood back there is looking good. Not a whole lot of growth on my two little leaf Ficus benjamina here, but it's starting. All the new growth is starting to come in. My dwarf Hinoki cypress forest back here. A lot of them were cuttings and they're growing really, really well. My bald cypress is greened up and starting to grow with vigor. The Chinese elm's looking really good. My ficus, the one that when I had COVID, I didn't have any strength to water the tree, so it went a little dry and lost a lot of leaves. And now it's starting to bud out and come in. The aloes greened up, starting to grow. That's good. My corkbark oak back here is doing really well, growing with vigor. The royal oaks are looking good. The aloes down here are growing. I have a regular Hinoki cypress cutting that's doing well. The lemon tree's doing well. The jades are greening up. My Kubu Island Portulacaria afroforest is growing now. You can see all the new shoots on it. It's greened up and growing really well. My rough bark Japanese maple looking really good. My Arakawa maple. The mini small leaf limes are doing well. I repotted those this year. Down here we have the yucca forest, and I'm not seeing any new shoots on it yet, but I'm hoping they come. Yeah, the jades are greening up. This will be one of my show trees down here, my Thuja occidentalis. Yeah, more jades. All the new trees. The West Coast trees down here, the Douglas firs are looking good. The Grand Fir is looking good. And the Western Red Cedars are still looking good. Yeah, my Alberta spruce here, it's really pushed out and looking good. My dwarf pomegranate down here is doing well. And here's a look at my seedlings. So I've got Douglas firs on the one side and Colorado blue spruce on the other side. And yeah, there's seeds coming up. I think I'll have lots of little seedlings. And no activity on the ponytail palm or the asparagus fern yet. They're biding their time. Hopefully they'll grow really well this summer. Yeah, so that's kind of an update to the trees in the greenhouse. Everything's looking really good. Yeah, I'm quite happy. Oh, the coleus back here. I was kind of worried about it, but now it's starting to leaf out in there. So that's looking good. No leaves yet on my orchid tree, but it's still green, the stems, so I think that'll be coming. Willow leaf ficus here is doing really well. Yeah, all the citrus. My Chinese privets starting to grow with a lot of vigor. My Frank Yi corkbark Portulacaria afra are doing well. Yeah, so I'm just keeping everything watered nicely while we're working on the Polyhouse. And when that's all done, I am going to have a lot of pruning to do, because everything's just growing with tons of vigor, especially with a nice sunny evening like today. Outside here, my 60th birthday Scots pine is still looking good. I haven't got any candles extending yet, but there's all kinds of buds swelling on it. So it's still not out of the woods yet, but it's not declining, so it's looking good, and I'm hopeful that it'll grow well with this new soil and pot. The larch forest is looking good. There was a few needles in here that got a bit of frost damage. We had some pretty cold nights, but I think it'll clean up nice for the show. Yeah, it's the only tree over here. So this tree leafed out early in the greenhouse, like towards the end of February. It's a liquid amber, and it was growing really nice, and it was nice and green. And then when I put it outside, we suddenly got that really cool weather, and it's decided it was fall, and it's gone into its fall colors. So that may get 2 cycles of weather this year. Maybe these leaves will fall off and it'll start growing again after a dormant period. My fern's coming out nicely here. That'd make a nice accent for the show. My American elm here is just starting to come out. On the back benches here, things are looking good. Bird's Nest spruce is going to go on the Toronto show. It needs a bit of a prune. The sycamores or London plane trees are growing well. Osage orange forest is looking good. That may go in the Toronto show also. Scots pine back here. So here's these Scott pines. You can see the candles pushing out on it. So if my birthday pine looks like that, I'd be very, very happy. The American elm is looking good here. Nice canopy on it. Korean maple is looking good. The Trident maple, it got hit by the cold weather, and it's okay. It's just not 100% happy. I think those leaves will fall off and it'll green up for summer. My small leaf linden, the ugly tree I used to call it, is looking really good this year. It's got a nice shape to the canopy. There's flowers forming all over it. I don't know. It's looking the best it ever did, or the best it ever has. So I'll continue growing it. If the flowers come out around the show time, maybe I'll put it in the show. I don't know. My apple tree, it's looking okay. It leafed out in the greenhouse. It made the transition outdoors quite nicely. There's new growth trying to come on it, but we keep getting cold weather. Nights that are like right around freezing or slightly below, so kind of tough on the trees. All the junipers are looking good. Yeah, they're all doing well. The oaks, the ash are doing well. Here's another Scots pine that has pretty good needles or candles on it. The thujas, they were green in the greenhouse, and then I put them outside and they've kind of gone into fall colors. My root over rock spruce here, it's really suffering. It was nice, looking really good in the greenhouse. Then I moved it outside and all that new growth got sunburned. It was my fault. Just too busy on the Polyhouse, and I put it out on a nice cloudy day. And the next day we got a sunny day and it kind of scorched the foliage. So I don't know. I think it'll recover, but we'll see. The thujas that were outside for the whole winter look really nice and green. My silk tree's looking good. Yeah, these cedars were leafed out in the greenhouse. They started greening up, and they're a little tough a time transitioning to the outside weather, but they're getting there. My Austrian pine is looking good. I wondered if I'd pruned this branch back too much, and I was hoping it wouldn't die off, but there's little candles all over it, so it's doing very well. And the sacrifice branches are growing really strongly. That's good. My mixed forest, my larch and black spruce forest, is looking really good. This forest will go in the Toronto show. It's very spring-like with all this new foliage and growth. Yeah, I really like this forest. So I'm going to put that in the Toronto show. The Douglas firs are looking good. Yeah, everything is doing well. They're just kind of struggling with this cold weather. You can see the oaks have some cold damage on the leaves. Bit of fall colors to them. Yeah, we had a really kind of warm couple of weeks in spring. Everything started growing and then it went really cold. So they kind of got set back. Yeah, so that's some updates for today. Nathan and I also go get more gravel occasionally, and this stuff's really heavy. We load it into bins and bring it back in the car and then haul it back here with a wheelbarrow and dump it out and rake it out. So the floor is getting taller or thicker with the gravel. Still have a bit to go, but it's a lot better. Before it was just like that soil, and I had patio stones down here where you walk, so they're up on the top of the bench right now. So eventually we'll level this out, put the patio stones down, and then kind of continue filling it in with gravel so the gravel's flush with the top of the patio stones. And there'll be a good layer of gravel in here to walk on and store stuff under the benches. I usually put my soil and my sifting screens and stuff. Yeah, some pots and stuff under the benches. So yeah, every space of the Polyhouse gets used. Yeah, and we still have to finish, framing in around the vent up here. That's gotta still be worked on. Cut out a piece of plywood in a big circle, mount it up, and put plastic down to keep it all waterproof. That'll be coming. That's more of that kind of detailed work that takes a long time. A lot of custom fits, a bit of joinery. Yeah, you can see here we cut a slot out of this piece of wood and it has an angle cut. Yeah, some of these require some careful fitting, like this joint here to fit the steel post and the wooden beam here. Took a bit of cutting to get it all right, and then you got to get your length right to the roof peak. Yeah, it's one of those projects that just takes time, but you do it right and it lasts forever. Yeah, so it's very, very exciting. I'm so pleased to have Nathan down helping me out. It's great to have a companion here, someone to keep me company and help out, and it's just fantastic. So thanks, Nathan. It's very exciting working on the Polyhouse. We usually start around 8:30 in the morning and we work through till kind of 3 or 4 in the afternoon. And we, try and get a load of gravel every day. It's hard work. It's hard work climbing up and down the building and, moving all the lumber and drilling all the holes and saw cutting. And yeah, it's hard work. And I have to remember that I'm not 20 anymore, that I'm going to be 64 very soon. And yeah, it catches up with you. You get very, very tired by the end of the day. And after that, I usually have supper after we're done working on here. Then I water all the trees outside. And then I water the trees in the greenhouse. And then I water the trees in the plant room. And then I edit the videos. They process overnight, and I do my premiere in the morning. And it's a full day, and it sure makes you sleep well at night, that's for sure. So I think tomorrow I'm going to be quite sore still, but I'll get a good night's rest tonight. I'll go to bed early and start fresh tomorrow.